No man is bound by any laws except those prescribed by nature absent consent. So AI came up with a verification of this whole paragraph, which I'm not going to read to you, and took me straight to the Supreme Court case, which is Cruden versus Neal. Okay, and of course the first one you click on, it says, this service is no longer available. We appreciate you being part of it. Okay. Yeah, it's always like that. So you got to keep searching. Anyways, right here, this site, remember, Cruden versus Neal. Click on that. And this case is from 1796. Okay, Superior Court of North Carolina. So this is Supreme Court case law, and I'm telling you that the premise of what I'm saying is no man is bound by any laws except those prescribed by nature absent consent. So this means you have to consent to any contracts that are man-made. Color of law is what it's called. Okay, Chicago Manual of Style, 17th edition. I'm going to go right here to the contents, and you're going to see that it says languages other than English. One of those is American Sign Language, ASL, page 665. So you go over here, American Sign Language. Okay, remember this is languages other than English. They give you some definitions, and they're pretty complicated, but I mean, you just got to study them. Okay, but they are talking about glosses in ASL, and the sign, remember this is American Sign Language, the sign for car drove by is written as vehicle drive by in all capital letters with dashes. Okay, so keep that in mind. But now on page 666, which is the next page, and once again we're still under American Sign Language, which is foreign language. This is what it says. One obvious limitation of the uses of glosses from the spoken written language to represent signs is that there is no one-to-one correspondence between the words or signs in any two languages. Okay, for this record, we got Black's Law Dictionary, first edition, 1891. Thank you, Grady. He gave me this. Appreciate that. Glossa. The word gloss has been used in that last definition. So this says glossa viperina, and it says here, it is a poisonous gloss which corrupts the essence of the text. Okay, so now we have a little research we're doing here and going through glossa. Okay, so gloss is the root word of glossa, and then they come up with glossa viperina, which once again is a poisonous gloss which corrupts the essence of the text. So let's use common law, which is common sense. Gloss, right? So you put gloss paint on something and it corrupts the original texture, right? So that's what they're talking about here. They're telling you what they're doing. Okay, the reason why I'm telling you this is because these are the sources for the solution that I applied, practical application of a solution when someone came to my door and attempted to serve me a contract that said that I was being sued, also known as a divorce. I opened up the paperwork, and the first thing I noticed was that the name was in all capital letters. Okay, and and my name is in English. So my name is Joshua Eli. That's my given name from my mother. And just like we learned in high school and grade school, that it's uppercase J, right? We capitalize the noun, lowercase the rest of my name, Joshua. And Eli, uppercase E, and lowercase the rest of the letters. So when I got this guy at my door trying to give me this contract, and he's asking me if I'm Joshua Eli Crockett, I said, let me see the paperwork. And I said, well, you're doing your job, so I'll take that from you. But then what I did was I mailed it to the Secretary of the State of California, foreign corporation, registered at 071549,000 as a private corporation on Dun and Bradstreet. I mailed it to her, Shirley Weber, and I wrote her a paragraph. That's all it takes. And I said, someone showed up at my door and they gave me this paperwork and I cannot read it, so I'm giving it to you because I read, write, and speak in English. Okay, that's all I said. Okay, and I'm telling you why that worked is because right there it says in the Chicago Manual of Styles that two languages foreign to each other cannot correspond on any one document. It makes them void. Now take out your driver's license, take out your insurance, take out your mortgage, take out every frickin' thing that you can imagine that is supposedly referring to you, and look at it and realize that it's all corrupt. It's a fiction. It's happening in the realm of the dead. That's what these videos have been trying to tell you about. I am the law. Look at the playlist. So this is a shorty but goodie. I just wanted to make sure that you see where I'm coming from, and it's not just fantasy in my mind. This is backed up, and I also have a practical experience where it works. And this is the same thing when you get pulled over by the UCC pirates. You know, they say, let me see your identification, and you show them something that doesn't say anything, because remember, two languages foreign to each other on any one document is a corruption, right? A gloss, right? And so then you just keep going forward. You even go to their courts and show up and think it's you and do all this stuff and sign all this paperwork. And there's more to it. I think I've mentioned it before, but anything that's inside of a box, four-corner rule takes it off the document as well.